out? Did we do awareness, adoption, advocacy, brand valuation?
We need to start with the triple A's.
Okay, what did we do the last time out? Logo design. No, logo design was done. We did storytelling framework, right? If I'm not wrong.
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay. Tell me one last time because then I'll plan for next week also. I need to figure out what we need to do when. Okay, so you all have not done customer lifetime value till now, right? You all have not done brand valuation and awareness, adoption, advocacy, and audit. And have you all done personal branding? No, right?
नहीं पता सर, एक बार पीपीटी दिखा दो ना, समझ आ जाएगा।
ठीक है, एक सेकंड। मुझे खाली एक चीज बता कि लास्ट टाइम हम लोग ने क्या किया था ना, दैट विल गिव मी अ वेरी गुड आइडिया एंड इंडिकेशन।
I do remember, but like exactly it was something about I guess storytelling कुछ ए ट्रिपल ए इसके पहले जो टॉपिक था वही किया था।
Okay, see, this is logo design. This I think we've done.
यस सर।
Okay, this is customer lifetime value. That's not yet done. Then we have brand valuation, income-based method, cost-based method. All of those methods we have. Okay, someone's written, so you thoroughly explain advocacy and all. Okay, I'm going to showcase the advocacy PPT. See, this is the brand audit. This is left. Then you'll have personal branding. Okay, all of these have not done yet as per me. And what we did last time out is, I think this. But I don't know, I think we started it. I just need some clarity. I think we did somewhere
यस,
around like 3 to 4 tests. We did till salience. And then here, this is where we stopped, as per me.
you gave a gist of all the three A's।
Okay. Did we do the test of brand awareness? Recall test, brand attitude, brand
हाँ
affinity
सर, टेस्ट
analysis.
की है।
Okay, okay. Chalo, we'll start from here. So how many PPTs we have? Those many lectures we will have. Okay, Tuesday to Saturday we won't have all guys because y'all are nearly done. Okay, the second batch is still left, but your batch is nearly done. So we have customer lifetime value, we have awareness thoda sa, we have valuation, we have audit, and we have personal branding. Okay, so we will rush through all of these, try to finish y'all as soon as possible. Then I will brief you all on your assignment, and if you all have some MCQ exam or something like that. All PPTs ka link I've shared with you all guys. Do you all have it? If you all don't have the PPT link, just let me know after the lecture. I will send you all of the PPTs, including the ones that you all don't have. Abhi Diwali ka time hai, so you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to brief you all on your project beforehand only. एक काम करते चलो अभी मैं ब्रीफ कर देता हूँ आपको. सो दैट यू नो अभी आप लोग को दिवाली की ब्रेक है, छुट्टियां है, आपका काम जल्द से जल्द हो जाएगा. The best part is that this is supposed to happen in groups of two. Okay, and you all are done with the most important parts of the lecture. Aaj ke baad, today I will finish customer lifetime value and I will finish off awareness, adoption, advocacy. So you all should be in a very good spot. Can everyone open their WhatsApp group? Okay, guys, quick question for you all. How many of you all got up like now and got onto the call, and how many of you all got up early, did some exercise, had a shower, and then are sitting on the call? So the deadline will be like 10 days after completion of all of the classes. Okay, that's what someone's asked me as a question. But I'm being generous by telling you all of you all, thoda sa jaldi. Okay, if you all do it a little bit more jaldi, you all will get more time on your hands. Someone's asked me, so can we do it individually as well? Yes, if you don't want a partner and you want to do it individually, it's fine. But if you do it with a partner, you and your partner get same marks. Okay, now I'll open up the assignment. Okay, I've sent you a sample. Okay, the Nivea sample that we have that we'll open a little later. First, we want to go ahead and open up the final project. Okay, so in the final project, what do we have? We have number 1A, audit the existing brand and top three competitors. Now we've learned everything when it comes to competitor analysis. So suppose if Kavya takes KitKat, then Jayashree can't take KitKat. Then Jayashree has to take some other brand. The brands are first come, first serve on an Excel sheet. Okay, so if Kavya is auditing KitKat, then Jayashree will audit some other brand, suppose Nickelodeon. Okay, she will do proper detailed competition analysis of three competitors and the existing KitKat brand that she's taken. But the entire assignment that you all have is to rebrand KitKat or rebrand Nickelodeon or rebrand Nivea or rebrand whichever brand you all are taking at the end of the day. Okay, number B is structured the revised. See, everything is revised because you're rebranding. Revise brand personality and archetypes. Include the word cloud and content touch points. Okay, so now suppose if KitKat has an archetype of jester, maybe KitKat is not a jester. KitKat is more like hero to an extent. But if you want KitKat to be a jester, it can be. Okay, because it's a complete rebrand. Okay, number 3 is add a tonality and voice to your rebranding plan. Okay, and lastly, you have storytelling framework. There are 9 types of storytelling framework. You have to go ahead and pick max 3 for your brand. The last time out, we completed our storytelling framework where we discussed 9 different types of stories. Does anyone have a doubt till ABC?
No, sir.
Okay, now D is color psychology. Okay, कौन सा नया color use कर रहे हैं? I want to rebrand KitKat in green. Why am I using KitKat in green? And the mood board. Now, what do you mean by mood board, guys? So, mood board over here basically means that you have to showcase and depict it with visual pictures. Okay, suppose I'm rebranding KitKat in such a way that I'm making it healthy and I'm changing it to green. So, for that, I will have to show pictures of like gym goers eating my KitKat, people in gym attire eating my KitKat, people who are health freaks eating my KitKat. Again, obviously, the KitKat or the chocolate that they're holding in their hand doesn't necessarily have to be a green KitKat, but it has to be close enough visuals that, acha, ye healthy log hai, ye log kha rahe hai. What kind of imagery is going to depict your brand? Healthy people working out. Yes. Suppose if you go ahead and change, what are you going to change? Yeah, suppose now you're looking at Swiggy. Okay, now you want Swiggy to not only deliver your, if you're continuing Swiggy the way it is, okay, suppose Swiggy is orange and white. Okay, you're not changing the fact that Swiggy is still a jester. You can still do that. You can keep Swiggy as a jester, but instead of orange and white, you can make it more appetizing colors, where you can make it more red. Okay, now if you make it more red, then are you changing the visuals? If you're not changing the visuals, If you're keeping the mood board same, funny people, you can continue to do so. But if you want to make Swiggy more upscale, then you can show more celebrity endorsement visuals. Okay, so it completely depends on you. What are you showing? Because Zomato as a brand, guys, has a lot of celebrities, and the mood board of Swiggy and Zomato is tremendously different. If you guys have a look at the mood board of Swiggy, Swiggy's mood board is more product. And Zomato's mood board is more celebrity. If you all see the Instagram pages of both of them right now, you all will get a proper understanding. Okay, that why Zomato is more celebrity and Swiggy is more product at the end of the day. So again, the mood board of Swiggy and Zomato are quite different. Okay, the mood board doesn't depend on your archetype, this, that, whatever. Your mood board is the kind of visuals you want to go ahead and throw on Instagram from now on. That is what you mean by your mood board. So you can continue and stick to the current mood board that the brand has. But if you want to change it completely drastically, that is also completely fine. Let us go ahead and have a look at the KitKat Instagram while we're on call. I'm also going to be seeing it for the first time. Okay, there is no KitKat India page, so we'll just go to the KitKat abroad page. Okay, there is KitKat India. There is 122K followers. Okay, so the mood board has two things over here. Primarily, it's full product focus. Okay, and apart from product focus, the mood board is on breaking the KitKat. KitKat's full mood board is breaking the KitKat like that, plus showcasing the packaging, plus mainly celebrities because मेरे को पेज पे खाली आयुष्मान खुराना और अनुष्का शर्मा दिख रहे हैं. Okay, so now if you would want to rebrand KitKat, maybe you could go ahead and showcase KitKat as different, like you could showcase it becoming a product in itself. Let me tell you what exactly I mean. I'm going to give you an example of this foreign brand. Let me find it first. Okay, there's this amazing brand called Mavis. Okay, and the whole mood board of Mavis is very different. Okay, where they position Mavis in such a way that they make the product look like something else only altogether. It's genuinely a toothpaste, and their mood board is utilizing the toothpaste in a lot of different settings. But again, the whole concept of mood board is very amazing. Mood board only means that what you are trying to depict on your page at the end of the day. Okay, now I'm going to send you a couple of screenshots rather than showing it on my screen. Okay, so that you all have some of these on your group as well. Okay, my Instagram is acting weird. I can't screenshot half the shit, but whatever I can, I'm sending it to you all. Guys, have a look at the group. It's all on the group now. See, this is again like a foreign toothpaste based brand, and the entire mood board is utilizing the product in a lot of different ways, making it more fun and creative. Okay, now I'll show you all the mood board of KitKat. Okay, screenshotting from the page. I'll show you all how the KitKat mood board is different. This is mainly full product focus, no celebrity. Now, again, this is just one example. There are multiple different ways of making the mood board for your brand. Okay, I'll give you all another example once I screenshot few things from the page. Okay, this KitKat, I hate the mood board of KitKat. It's the stupidest brand ever built. On Instagram at least. This is not content, this is just promotion that they are doing. Okay, have a look at the mood board of KitKat. KitKat mood board has only four things. It has celebrity front view. It has always product broken into two halves. And it also has product. Okay, the last one in the pocket is just like product placement. Okay, so this is very horrible mood board. They have zero content overall. So you can go ahead and make more influencer faces. You can have more content. You can have a lot of different ideas overall. You can also justify your content over there. You don't have to do content as part of this assignment. But if you do so, obviously you will be getting extra marks compared to others because your mood board and your content go hand in hand. Okay, so the KitKat page is absolutely horrible. If you want to change it up, you could do something similar to Mavis. Okay, you could have more normal people faces on the page. You could go ahead and showcase some interviews happening, thoda masti happening, or you could show more office professionals, right? Because KitKat is all about take a break, have a KitKat. Okay, but it showcases zero office professionals, it showcases zero kids, it only showcases celebrities. So me as a person, I can't relate to KitKat as a brand because bhai mera life mein main thodi na celebrity hu. Right? So again, when you want to do good branding, I've told you all multiple times that familiarity equal to safety. Okay, so if you show a normal person in a day-to-day life, okay, eating a Kit Kat, this, that, and posting that on their Instagram, wouldn't that be more relatable? Are you agreeing with me, guys, or not? Are you all with me?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
So that is what you mean by the mood board. Okay, Kit Kat India is one of the worst pages. So again, if someone takes Kit Kat, please rebrand it better. Content wise, Swiggy is an absolute ace. Zomato is an absolute ace. So again, if you're trying to rebrand Swiggy and Zomato, it might be very difficult for y'all because Swiggy and Zomato are already perfect. So whatever brands you all are taking, try to take up a brand that has a bad Instagram going on for them, rather than taking a brand that has a good Instagram going on for them. Right? Because people want to take Swiggy, Zomato, this, that, and then they'll be like, sir, it was already so perfect that we couldn't change anything at all. But then why are you taking Swiggy and Zomato is the question. Okay. Five Star is also a good brand. Then there is I don't know any others that I'm following as such. Cadbury Dairy Milk should be good. So again, avoid the good ones. See if you can rebrand primarily. Cadbury Dairy Milk India. Okay, yes, this is a good content page. Okay, fair enough. Coming back to WhatsApp. Okay. Coming back to the assignment. Moving on from the mood board from D to E. E is design a revised logo. Okay, showcase all four variants. We had seen the Coca-Cola example. Coca-Cola original logo is red. Alternate logo is green. The third alternate and the fourth alternate are black and white. Okay, so when you're designing the logo, you have to put four variants in it. And after today, you will be done with awareness, adoption, and advocacy and CLV. So your last point will also be covered. That is what you all have to do. The Excel sheet will be sent to you all by EOD today. You all fill in your partner's name and your brand's name over there. First come, first serve basis. Try to take a worse brand rather than a good brand. And your timelines will be 10 days after your last lecture. So I think y'all are nearly done because your lectures have been happening since quite some time. So probably y'all won't have lectures till Saturday, because if I'm completing awareness adoption advocacy today along with CLV, then y'all are going to be left only with 4 more lectures or 3 more lectures. So most probably by like Friday, Thursday, or Saturday, your entire session plan will be done and you all can start working on your assignments now or then. Yes, someone has mentioned McDonald's also. Yes, guys, McDonald's is too good. So avoid taking these brands that are amazing. So I'll open it up to questions from you all now for 2 minutes. Then we can continue with the lecture. In the meanwhile, I can also have some water. Guys, any questions? Okay, let's move on. Oh, my back hurts. Okay, let's move on. The next thing is brand awareness strategies. Also, heads up, guys, don't forget to stretch after playing football. Do any of you all play football in general? Or any sports? Do you all play sports? क्या हो गया आज सब नींद में है क्या गाइस? सुबह को 9 बजे का लेक्चर है।
सर आधे लोग लॉग इन करके चल दिए रहेंगे।
सुबह सुबह का लेक्चर है ना। ठीक है, fair enough. Okay, let's move on, guys.
सर
We
डिड यू विन
have,
यस्टरडे?
yeah, we won 11-0.
अरे
Legend.
बाप रे, ये तो
It was a big deal because I've been playing with the same guys since the past 10 years and I don't go often. But we made a new team of our own and we challenged them yesterday. So it was quite a big deal. And I was the only Kachanimbu, to be honest, because I don't play. So I contributed how much ever we could, but it was a good win. Perfect. Chalo guys, let's move on. The next thing that we have is 14 brand awareness strategies that are effective and easy to apply. अबे scroll क्यों नहीं हो रहा भाई? हाँ. The first one is consistency in voice and image. This is something that we've learned. Okay, we learned how to create a good brand tone and voice. Okay, so now for good awareness, awareness means people get to know about your brand. Over there, you keep consistency in voice and image. Okay, the next thing is obviously a very common one, which I'm not even going to speak about. Okay, the third one is enhance customer satisfaction. Now, guys, how do we enhance customer satisfaction? Can someone tell me?
where the brand is lacking according to the customers, so we could fill in those gaps, or probably that could help in satisfying the customer.
Sorry, could you just repeat that one more time?
um where the brand lacks at a certain points, we could
Hmm.
ask the customers and then probably work on that particular
Huh.
thing and
Okay,
increase the
yeah, I mean, that's
satisfaction.
one part of
Quite
satisfaction that
quite basic answer.
100% it works. I mean, getting customer feedback also is a good way to go. Apart from getting customer feedback, you also have replying to each and every DM, replying to each and every message, providing them with loyalty points. You know, all of that comes under enhancing customer satisfaction at the end of the day. Number 4 is be present on the right channel at the end of the day. Number five is partner with other brands. Same way how influencers do collabs. Okay, if brands start doing more collabs in today's day and age, right? Again, every brand will have a better and a higher reach. But why do brands partner with influencers and not other brands, guys? Can someone tell me why do two brands not collab so often? Why is McDonald's not collabing with Apple and Apple not collabing with Nike, ऐसे हर रोज? Why is Nike not collabing with GoPro? I mean, category same ही
To
है ना,
avoid
Nike, GoPro kind of. Sorry?
to avoid conflicts.
Exactly, that is right because it's a pain in the ass to go ahead and get collabs happen between brands because the MD has to approve, marketing team, this team, that team, legal team, this team. To do one collab, it takes a year to get approvals. That is why brands don't partner with other brands at the end of the day.
Sir, did you see Adidas collaborated with Bugatti?
No, I have not seen it. You'll have to send it to
Oh,
me.
insane, sir. Wait, I'll send
Also
it.
Levi's with Crocs. Levi's and Crocs.
I have not. Guys, feel free to DM me all of these campaigns, huh? Okay, we move on 1 second. Okay, GoPro, Red Bull, BMW, and Louis Vuitton, and last one is Starbucks and Spotify. Okay, now guys, outside your college, have you all had a free Red Bull ever?
Free Red Bull.
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
No, sir.
Okay, so Red Bull still does that in a couple of colleges. It does that lesser now. Okay, but Red Bull's main strategy is to target the kids. Okay, get them to get addicted to Red by providing free Red Bull in colleges. And then eventually at the end, when they're older, like at my age or something, then they're hooked on to Red Bull and they absolutely love and adore the taste of Red Bull. Okay, so Red Bull is an absolutely insane brand. Okay, they've done this freebie nonsense. Apart from this, Baskin Robbins, Gelato, which other brands gives you freebies? Netflix used to give you 7-day free trial. Then what else? What else? Apple is giving you 3 months free trial for their Apple Play Store. Okay, so now all of these brands are giving you these
Nivea.
freebie. Nivea. So all of these
Sir,
brands are
Skippy.
Skippy. What does Skippy do?
So Skippy will be like, he will come at your college for the event. We won't pay
Hmm.
you for the stall or anything, but
Hmm.
we'll sell our products.
Okay.
Oh, no,
No,
that's
no.
not freebie. Sorry,
That's
my
not
bad, my
freebie.
bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. My bad. So you said that thing about Red Bull. Red Bull does
Hmm.
that with events. They'll give each and every member of the core committee a free can of Red Bull.
100%. They'll give everyone, guys. Before they used to give it to everyone. When I was in college and when I used to like go for events or whatever, every other day Red Bull का ठेका बाहर होता था. Legit. इतने सारे वो लोग ने फ्री में दिए हैं, and now they're making up for all of it. They've legit gone and given it to college students. They won't give it to elder people because they want younger students to like they legit do the same thing that cocaine does. Okay, with Red Bull, it's the same kind of marketing. They keep giving it to you for free. They keep giving it to you, keep giving it to you, keep giving it to you, and then you're like addicted. And then when you're addicted, what do you have to do? Those people won't come then, right? Because you graduated from college. Red Bull will never give a free Red Bull to any person in an office space. Okay, because now this person has money enough to go ahead and buy the product. This brings me to a very interesting case study. So basically, what do you call it? This was coffee, yes. So in Japan, okay, they launched coffee back in the day, in some 1900s or something. I don't know the exact dates, but I know the exact story. So they launched coffee in Japan. Now, what happened? Coffee in Japan was an absolute failure because Japan is known for, what is Japan known for, guys?
Matcha.
They're known for matcha, plus they're known for tea. Okay, these guys love
Green tea,
consuming,
so
yeah,
especially
green tea,
green tea.
especially green tea. Correct. That's absolutely right. So these guys are known for tea, and coffee was an absolute failure over there. So now these guys are like, oh no, we're in a mess. What do we do? So what these guys did, okay, Nescafe went ahead and they launched coffee. Okay, they got coffee products off the shelves because coffee bikai nahi Japan mein. Okay, so what these guys did is now these guys went ahead and replaced the coffee on the shelves with toffees of coffee flavor. Okay, so now what happened? These toffees of coffee flavor, caffeine is anyways addictive, and they went ahead and gave all of these coffee toffees to children. Okay, they started targeting all of the children in general of Japan with their toffees. Okay, caffeine being as addictive as it is, the children love the toffees. Now the children love the toffees, then even the adults tried it out. Even the adults like the coffees. Okay, now 10 years down the line, again, coffee Nescafe went ahead and relaunched its products in the market. Now, what happened is that everyone who's had the toffee, okay, 10 years later is an adult, okay, when he's had or she's had the toffee, they were 12, 13, 14, and now they're 24 or 25, and they have enough buying power to go ahead and purchase coffee. So they went ahead and started targeting these younger adults, 23, 24, 25 later, launched the coffee. They already love the taste of coffee from back in the day, so these guys were hooked on. The sales of coffee skyrocketed. Okay, and they continued targeting the younger audience with toffee of coffee flavor and targeting the older audience with proper coffee products at the end of the day, right? Because when we become younger adults, we're like, oh my God, bro, gym and all, bro, fitness and health and no chocolate and let's avoid it. So that's the phase where you want coffee. Like I have so many of my gym friends who are like, bro, I just need caffeine. I just need caffeine. So it gives them the hit that they want because a lot of younger adults are hooked on to coffee. So again, this case study absolutely worked out for them. They continue to do so. And now Japan is like the biggest importer of coffee. I mean, absolutely crazy. So again, the message over here is target the kids who will turn into adults sooner. So again, if you have a brand, try to give freebies to people in degree colleges because the degree people will soon be out of the degree and earn more money and be able to purchase your product. So if you go ahead and target schools, it might not be the smartest move ever because these guys are going to take time to get older. So if I were like a brand trying to get people to buy from me in a couple of years, I target all degree engineering colleges, this, that. And I target more engineering colleges because some of those engineers really have a lot of potential to earn like crazy, like or like a doctor's college or like a lawyer's college maybe, where you think that these guys will start earning way more. And if their salaries are going to be so high, then they're not going to think twice before buying 120 rupees or 120. It's become 125 rupees, so expensive right now. I don't know why. Some people were telling me, some students were only telling me some replacement for Red Bull. They're like, go try this out. It's as good. I tried Sting yesterday for the first time after football. It's not bad. I mean, it's like it feels a little cheap drinking Sting in that plastic bottle compared to drinking the Red Bull can. But the taste wasn't bad at all. But yeah, coming back to the story, that's the way to go if you want to go ahead and give freebies and attract your audience. Any doubts, any issues, any thoughts?
Nope.
ठीक है, perfect. Let's move ahead. Okay, the next is remarketing campaigns. Okay, so now guys, what is remarketing campaigns for awareness is that if you get to know about my product and you come on to my website, okay, you are aware about my product. But now if you're aware about my product, I want to go ahead and retarget you and remarket you at the end of the day. Okay, so what happens is that every website you visit collects cookies of you. Okay, cookies, matlab it collects data on your IP address. So if Meet tomorrow goes to um, computerscienceonline.com, okay, computerscienceonline.com is going to save all of his data, which is his IP address and all. So if he goes to Facebook and Instagram, and these guys are running ads. Okay, he will legit see an ad saying that, hey, you visited us, come back and we'll give you an extra 20% off. That is what like a remarketing campaign looks like. Okay, so they will go ahead and target him in such a way. Remarketing campaigns are very good for awareness, especially when people don't know about you, because people are very impressed when you like go ahead and you uh see the website. Then after you've seen the website, you go ahead and get another ad as soon as you leave it. So you know that the people at the other end are actually smart. They know how to run remarketing campaigns. The branding is done well, plus you're getting a discount, so it's easier to close and convert people. If they've already come to your website once, you call them back with very personalized messaging. Hey, I saw you visited our website. Why don't you come back and we'll give you an extra 20% off? That was the previous point. The ninth that we have is create powerful referral programs. Now, what do we mean by powerful referral programs? Over here, we have when you get your friends in, right? क्या हो गया? Okay, so referral programs means GPay जब भी आया था इंडिया में, okay, very heavily it was talking about its referral program. Invite your friends and you can earn 50 rupees, 100 rupees. Currently, Cult is running on these referral programs, okay. Cult is like if you bring your friends, then you and your friend both can get 1,000 rupees off on your membership, which is quite a good amount to offer for referrals at the end of the day. Okay, the next one is live your beliefs. मतलब जैसे आपका brand tonality, voice, archetype है, stick to that. Values and emotions, we already discussed this. Whatever your attitudes, opinions are, stick to them. Again, the ones which are very common and they make sense without me explaining them, I'm not going too in depth. Build a brand on community and belonging. Okay, so guys, what do you mean by build a brand on community and belonging? So do you all follow the broadcast list of all of these influencers on Instagram?
Sir, only Untriggered and Tanmay Bhatt.
Untriggered and Tanmay Bhatt. You don't follow any other podcasts?
Sometimes Joe Rogan.
Okay, Joe Rogan. Okay, fair enough. Anyone else?
Sir, one and only TRS.
Okay. So you all are following all of these brands, right? At the end of the day. So now, what's happening is that these guys are trying to get you to Discord, or they're trying to get you to, WhatsApp, or they're trying to get you to the Instagram broadcast list. And then at the end of the day, they're forming a community. They're getting people to communicate in a group, talk to each other, share some messages. This is what community building is, Max, because community building is something that gets you more credibility as a brand. Okay, let's move on to the next one. One second, guys. I just need to send someone one message. Okay. moving on. So now when you have an application based, product, if you have like an app at the end of the day, you cannot, like, I do not mentor people who have app based ideas. And there is a reason for the same. Okay, when you have an app, your app idea can be easily copied by anyone. And like, it's very, very simple to steal an app based idea. Because what happens is that whoever has money enough for billboards is only the brand that prospers, because billboards help a lot getting apps onto the top 100 in the app store. Because what happens is people are mainly only downloading the top 100 apps of the app store until and unless it's a mobile game. Okay, when it's a mobile game, people don't care at all. But when you're downloading mobile applications for a specific purpose, you're only downloading the apps with the best rating. Okay. Now, if I tell you that there is a new delivery app in the market, would you guys download it? You'll have
Nahi, sir.
Zepto. Exactly. You'll have Zepto, you'll have Swiggy, you have Zomato. You have all of this happening. Now, if I tell you that there is a new cab app in the market, will you download it?
No,
If
sir.
it's cheaper than the others, then 100%.
Yeah, but if it's the same, then like, I mean, everyone brands it the same. Okay. Someone told me go get InDrive. Someone told me go get Savari, and I tried them and they were a pain in the ass. Okay, like I tried them, but then I didn't like it at all. Okay, I was like, Ola Uber is already there, and I didn't even want to try it for too long or give it a second thought. Okay, so again, that's what happened with the whole Ola Uber zone. Now, if I look at okay, now apart from Airbnb, if someone comes in the same zone and they like, you can go ahead and book apartments, you can book houses, So if these guys are not doing billboards, okay, the alternative to Airbnb comes in the market, and these guys are marketing only on Instagram. Okay, they might be giving you cheaper rates, better rates, but you see absolutely zero billboards. Okay, they're giving you cheaper rates. Would you buy it? Would you get the app and book a villa from there?
Of course, sir.
Why?
सस्ते में हो रहा है.
But I would not trust the app, because why would I not trust the app? Because I would not see any billboards of it, right? So
Oh,
if it's
okay.
an app that is so big, okay, that they're giving me a lot of villas on rent, this and that, then shouldn't they have billboards? I would have some trust issues, because I was like, I haven't heard of this app. And when do I think when I've heard of this app? When I see ads on Instagram, plus I see billboards, right? Because billboards are very, very local. Billboards in today's day and age do a very different task compared to what they used to do before. Before they had a very like task, they had a task of doing everything, getting sales, getting awareness. But in today's day and age, billboards are for maximum awareness. You need to get the masses to see your product so they believe in it, and they're like, oh my god, this is actually a good brand. So that is why these billboards are important, especially for app-based products. If you have an e-commerce store or whatever, you don't need to have billboards. But if you have an application, if you're trying to do like something in the mobile space, tech space, then you need to have billboards. Otherwise, there is no need or necessity, come what may, till you actually become a bigger brand. But even when you're a new brand in mobile, or you're a new brand in applications, you have to start splurging on billboards as soon as possible, because without billboards, no sales are going to happen for you, because people are not going to trust your brand at all. Do you agree now, Meet?
Yes, sir.
Perfect.
Hmm.
So sometimes it works like if you see any common brand of denim, so just because it is denim, customer buys it. Yes, 100%, buddy, that works out. Okay, so you don't have to establish like a billboard or whatever for any kind of clothing brand, or for a mobile cover, or for even like a notebook or whatever it is. At the end of the day, people buy smaller ticket price items without even thinking. Okay, but they will not even get a free application on their phone without thinking. They will think 5 times before downloading a free application. Okay, but they won't think twice before buying a 1500 ka jeans or a 200 ka t-shirt or a 500 ka t-shirt or a 700 ka t-shirt or a 1000 रुपए का और 200 रुपए का chocolate और 1000 रुपए का perfume. You know, people don't think a lot because they're like, okay, ठीक है, one time है, चलेगा थोड़े time के लिए, it's good, it's चंगा. I don't care if it's bad for this one time that I try it out. Okay, but mobile application, everyone has space issues in their phone. So people want to and they like to think twice before getting the app onto their phone. And the last two things that we have is consider starting a podcast. This is Meet's favorite topic. Meet can suggest like 100 podcast topics here, right here, right?
Yes, sir. आप बोलो
So
कब शुरू करना है?
we have to be sure, yeah. But yeah, I mean, my podcast would be more about games and marketing games and gamification because that's how I am in general. I mean, we haven't played any games as such on our calls, to be honest. But in fact, when I go ahead and conduct offline lectures, we're
Sir,
mainly.
day one we played
Oh yeah, day one we played. Day one we
Kavya
played.
one.
Yeah. Kavya one, correct. So that's my USP. I never move away from my brand. I try to play games wherever I go. So if I would ever have to start a podcast, the podcast would mainly be us playing marketing games. So that's the gist. But yeah, podcasts are good for awareness, guys. Podcasts help you reach out to more people. Why? Because podcast is a favored form of content. Okay, people like seeing a podcast setting because it is raw. Okay, that is why people like podcast because कोई भी कुछ भी आके बकचोदी कर रहा है वहां पे माइक पे and it's very real as a setting and we're moving towards a society that prefers real and raw content in today's day and age. The next thing that we have, guys, is build narratives around your brand. This is basically choosing a storytelling framework and sticking to it. That being said and done, we're done with brand awareness. Can I move on to adoption?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
ठीक है. Okay, now guys, look at this adoption. Okay, there's this entire chart over here. Innovators. Now let's talk about iOS 17 of Apple. Okay, when the iOS 17 had launched, okay, people who want to innovate, who want to check it out, you know, they want to experiment with it, do some beta testing. They're the first ones who installed iOS 17. Then there is the crowd that is okay, theek hai, you know, we like Apple. We like to keep updating our phones. These guys are like always trying out new things, adopting. These guys are not innovating in the whole zone, but they are like trying things out. They love to try everything. Fat, be the first ones to try. Okay, the early majority are people who are like, अरे भाई सब लोग आ गए हैं, चलो मैं भी लेता हूँ. ये फोमो पब्लिक है, मैक्स फोमो पब्लिक यहाँ पे है. ओके, अर्ली मेजोरिटी इज ऑफ फोमो पीपल कि अरे सब लोग आ गए भाई, ये एड शेरिन आ रहा है इंडिया में, चलो चलो जल्दी जाके लेते हैं, सब लोग ने ले लिया है. ओके, एंड अर्ली अडॉप्टर्स ने ऑलरेडी एड शेरिन का टिकट ले लिया है. ओके, निकलते ही ये लोग ने खरीद लिया. लेट मेजोरिटी आर लाइक भाई, मतलब एड शेरिन के दो, मतलब एक हफ्ते पहले, एक महीने पहले, ओ अच्छा लोग जा रहे हैं, ठीक है, चलते हैं, मजा आएगा शायद, is what your late majority is. And your laggards are like, भाई 2 दिन पहले, भाई मुझे टिकट्स दे दे, भाई मुझे जाना है, let's I want to go, I want to be there for the concert, black में खरीद, ये खरीद, वो खरीद. The last people are the laggards. Okay, the same thing applies for every product, every app, every marketplace in general. Innovators, early adopters, early majority, late majority, and laggards are the ways to go. Okay, there are 3 steps. There are 5 steps towards adoption. It first starts with awareness. People get to know about your product. Then they compare it to other products. They compare it to other marketplaces. Then they evaluate, take a decision. They try it out. They do a free trial, 7-day free trial, and they ultimately decide to go ahead and adopt or discard your brand at the end of the day. Okay. Now, last time, guys, we did different ways to calculate our awareness. Okay, how to measure awareness. We spoke about recall test, brand attitude test, brand affinity analysis, and brand salience. Okay, now I want to showcase some of these adoption tests to you all as to how do we go ahead and see if your brand is adopted by people or not. Okay, so the first one is trial conversion. इसका मतलब क्या हो रहा है? Okay, suppose अभी मैं फ्री में प्रोडक्ट बेच रहा हूँ अपना. ओके सो अगर मैं फ्री में प्रोडक्ट बेच रहा हूँ सो यू हैव टू सी हाउ मेनी पीपल आर गोइंग अहेड एंड टेकिंग योर प्रोडक्ट फॉर फ्री. सपोज मैं काव्या को प्रोडक्ट देता हूँ, मीत को देता हूँ, हर्ष को देता हूँ, रोशनी को देता हूँ. ओके बट ये लोग सब मेरे प्रोडक्ट्स लेते नहीं है, खाली मीत और हर्ष लेते हैं. So then you have to see that your trial conversions are 50%, which is 2 out of 4 people were willing to take your free product. Okay, that is how you measure adoption. कि free product में से कितने लोग ले रहे, कितने लोग मना कर रहे. कॉन्सर्ट के बाहर मॉन्स्टर एनर्जी वो लोग फ्री में दे रहे, पर फ्री में वो लोग लेके गए थे 50 लाख, पर फ्री में गए खाली 20. So their trial conversions were only 20. But if they have an unlimited supply and out of unlimited, suppose they have like 50 lakhs and 50 lakhs में से खाली 2 lakhs trial conversion हुए. Okay, these guys are also going to document how many trial conversions didn't happen. That is the main purpose behind giving out free Red Bulls, because they will note down the number of people who were not willing to take your free Red Bull at the end of the day, which counts towards your trial conversion. Okay. Now, what is reach? Okay. Suppose I ran my ads to, if my ads reached Harsh, Meet, and Kavya, and only Harsh reached Malam on Instagram or billboards or whatever. But calculating Instagram reach is easier because everything is digital. So through Instagram, I reached Harsh, Meet, and Kavya, and only Kavya purchased my product. So my conversion over there to measure adoption is 33.33%, because out of so many people it reached, only one purchased. Okay, so now guys, what is the next thing, which is depth, time, and retention. Okay, so depth is how many states are you able to reach at the end of the day, how deep is the market penetration, and compared to the states that it's gone out to, how many of them are converting and closing from you all. The next thing is time, right? Again, when it comes to time, you have to see that you have been in the market now. Okay, you are marketing today. You are marketing आज date क्या? 8th November. Okay, and how much time is it taking for your sales to happen? Okay, you start running your ads, this, that. How much gap is there between each sale? Right? Malab, how often am I making a sale? If you're saying I'm making a sale every 6 seconds, you see a lot of billionaires saying this, right? I make $100 every 6 seconds. Have you heard that? Or this is $100,000 every 6 seconds and stuff like that. You all haven't heard it? So basically, guys, that whole I make 100,000 every six seconds, every 8 seconds is something that we look at time when it comes to adoption. So you're seeing the time that is coming in between each and every sale. The last thing that we have is retention. So if Harsh purchases from me once and Harsh purchases from me again, okay, if I have only two customers, Meet and Harsh, okay, if Meet and Harsh buy from me again next semester, then I have 100% retention. But if Meet and Harsh are my customers today and they're not my customers tomorrow, then I have 0% retention. Okay, retention just means retaining your previous customers and taking them to the next stage at the end of the day is what you mean by retention. Is everyone clear with all five?
Yes, sir.
Okay. quick skim through strategies to increase adoption, understand your customer persona, okay, define success metrics, make onboarding a continual process, proactively communicate in-app, consistently ask for customer feedback. Okay, you all must be seeing over here, Hiran ma'am must be sending you feedback forms. Okay, what feedback do you have? How are things working out A to Z? Then again, proactively communicate in app का मतलब है that you all keep getting notifications from Zomato, McDonald's or whichever app you download. Make onboarding a continual process. इसका मतलब है कि see currently at my agency, what's happening right now is that it's festive season and we're absolutely dying. Okay, there is a lot of work happening, this, that, and it's becoming a little tough to organize things. So I stopped running ads to onboard new clients, which is not a good thing to do. But I think I'm going to start it today, that being said and done, because you continuously have to look at onboarding new clients. Okay, on the first and the golden rule of branding and businesses, never stop acquiring new. Okay, you never know what's going to happen, how are things going to work out. So you always have to continuously keep working towards getting new clients. If you are not, then it's a like a very hectic, it's a red light basically for your business. It's not a good thing. So again, keep trying here and there. हाथ मारो, ये करो, वो करो, whatever you are doing, and try to keep acquiring new clients at the end of the day. Oh, what is that noise? Okay. Okay. Moving on. Okay, guys, now we talk about brand advocacy, but I want you all to take a break before we move on to advocacy. It's 10:08. Let's come back at 10:18. Okay, take a quick 10 minutes break. Let's try to finish advocacy to advocacy देखते कितना है. Advocacy फटफट हो जाएगा. We'll skim through it. And we'll start CLV. आधा CLV कर लेंगे और आधा advocacy कर लेंगे आज. And then Tuesday we'll close CLV and hopefully try to finish the entire syllabus by Thursday and Friday. Okay, guys, see you all back in 10 minutes. Okay, guys, we're back. Is everyone here? Let me know, waiting on you all so we can start. Okay, guys, let's get started. Okay, moving on to the next topic that we have, brand advocacy. Advocacy का मतलब क्या है? Is that again people go ahead and become advocates for your products. They start selling your products to others. Suppose if I have delivered the course well, then you all will go ahead and speak about me to others and tell them that this class was good. You should also join in. That is what is called as advocacy marketing at the end of the day. Advocacy marketing happens by you seeing someone's review on Google reviews, or them seeing a review on your website, or them seeing a positive comment on your social media. All of these goes ahead and influences your advocacy, brand advocacy at the end of the day. Now Harley Davidson is like the perfect example of advocacy, sorry, of advocacy. The reason behind it being that Harley Davidson only hires, guys, legit, this brand only hires all bikers for its brand. Like legit, जो लोग हार्ली डेविडसन के ऑफिस में काम करने आते हैं वो लोग अपनी फटफटी पे हार्ली डेविडसन पे आते हैं, wearing those scarves and bandanas, sunglasses, aviators. That's the people that Harley Davidson hires to speak to the bikers, because at the end of the day the bikers are the people who are buying the products. So again, what Harley Davidson does is that it gives a bike to all of its employees, plus it hires only people who are interested in that kind of genre, in that kind of sphere, in that kind of industry. So it works out for them, because obviously if you have a biker who's gotten a free Harley Davidson, he's gonna go tell his other biker friends that, bro, you should try out the Harley Davidson. It is super cool. Also, the guy who is an advocate of the brand, अगर मेरे को free Harley Davidson मिली है और मैं biker हूँ, तो मैं और भी अच्छा काम करूंगा वो बाइक बेचने को, जितना भी मैं बेच सकता हूँ. So Harley Davidson makes their employees the customer of a very expensive bike, and then tells them to market that motorcycle to others. Okay, so obviously, if you're a customer, if you're an advocate, you are going to help them go ahead and advertise and market better. Okay, again, this particular thing is talking about the fact that word of mouth marketing is very important. Getting people to speak about your brand and product is challenging. Advocacy marketing can help you achieve this very, very efficiently at the end of the day. Okay, so now let's look at some pitfalls to avoid while developing brand advocacy. Some very generic stuff, so that's I will go through it like a little faster. Whichever one requires more attention, I will stop there and explain it to you all. Okay, again, go slow for brand advocacy, take it one step at a time, go for a more tried and tested strategy, set the right expectation. Again, you cannot expect everyone to become your advocate. At the end of the day, you always need to know that if you give in 100%, the results will come to you like 40, 50, 60. Like obviously you won't get 100% of sales at the end of the day. The next thing that we have is more is less. Okay, so now let's take an example of let's take an example of me. Okay, let's go for that. So now I am teaching an entire class. Okay, so if I teach an entire class and some student gives me like a testimonial saying that this sir is good. Okay, Rather than getting like 10, 100, 500,000 testimonials saying Suraj sir is good, right? Because you won't be able to display that anyway. Saying that if everyone gives you a one-liner, that excellent lecture, good lecture, nice lecture, okay? But rather, if a person speaks more passionately and writes a paragraph about you, okay, that is something that can be displayed on different places, saying that, yo, see, this is the feedback that I've received for my lectures at the end of the day. So again, you can utilize that. Okay, you can utilize that particular review to get more business at the end of the day. That is why, guys, more is less. You rather have 2 to 3 stronger advocates compared to having multiple advocates at the end of the day, because the stronger advocates are going to help you convert into more and more business. Uh, Now again, let's come to employee advocates. Okay, let's go to a business. Okay, now again, I will use my example only because it's easier. So again, coming to me running a company. Okay, so in my company, I have employees. Okay, so now employees, they're saying that your employees also become your advocates. Okay, so all of my employees, A to Z of them, become my advocates. And if my employees go ahead and recommend my brand to others in the market, saying that, hey, you know what? This company is amazing. You all should go ahead and come to them, join hands with them, and it's gonna be like a good scene overall. That is when your people love working in your organization so much that they are starting to bring more business to it. That is what they're saying. So if your employees need to become advocates, you need to provide the right resources to them. You need to support them every step of the way is what you do in an advocacy program. Okay, so you take employee feedback, you take their ideas, you provide ongoing training to them. You can do a lot of different things for your employees at any given point of time. Okay, the next thing that we have, guys, is measure your success. What do you mean by measure your success? Over here, okay, so guys, when it comes to measuring success, you need to go ahead and set a few KPIs in place. Okay, so what do KPIs mean? KPIs mean that they are key performance indicators. So every time you have a goal, okay, suppose my goal is to lose 100, suppose my goal is to lose 30 kgs in 6 months. Okay, so if I have to have a goal like lose 30 kgs in 6 months, my KPIs need to be that every month I look at running 300 kilometers. Okay, I look at consuming or burning, you can say I look at burning at least 500,000 calories. Okay, so that is like my goal, like every particular month. For example, I'm just giving you a random vague example. If my goal is to lose 30 kgs, then I should have done 50,000 crunches in this month. I should have consumed X amounts of protein. I should have done so and so, so and so. So those are your KPIs that you need to have. So again, that's what they're saying, that you need to have KPIs in place for to perform advocacy marketing. Okay. So example of KPIs for advocacy is how many people signed up for your campaign, downloaded your ebook, commented on your blog post, shared your campaign, repinned your pins, and so on. Again, your advocacy marketing cannot be like a custom-made marketing strategy. If you want your customers to become advocates for you, you have to give them loyalty programs. If you want your employees to become your advocates, you have to allow them to give feedback, right? Again, if we are in a setting like this, we have to make the session a little bit more engaging for you all to become our advocates. So every session, every setting, every location, every company needs to have a different advocacy marketing plan. See here, who can be a brand advocate? Employee, business partner, influencers, and customers. All of these 4 types of people become your brand advocates at the end of the day. Okay, let's have a look at few of the challenges for brand advocacy. Okay, that come into the picture. The number one is your content challenges. Number two is difficulty to keep. Content challenges means that when you put content on your page, right? Your content might not be directed towards your employees. It's always directed towards your consumers. So then your employees might not like that. So again, that's why content challenges come into the picture. The second thing is difficulty to keep employees motivated. Guys, this is a very tough and huge task in general. Okay, so difficulty to keep employees motivated is a very huge part of businesses. You have people leaving because they're not motivated enough. They don't become your advocates at the end of the day. So that is why you have difficulty to keep employees motivated over there. Low adoption rate of the program by employees. So again, people don't want to go ahead, become a part of your advocacy program. They don't want to go ahead and suggest your brand company to others. The fourth thing that you're going to see is leadership commitment. That what do you mean by leadership commitment at the end of the day when it comes to advocacy? Okay, is that people are not willing to go ahead and become a leader in a zone where let's give you an example to help you all understand better. Okay, so let's assume that there's a person A, and in person A's company, he wants to go ahead and get more business through his employees. Okay, but now what is happening is none of his employees are taking leadership enough to go ahead and request and recommend business to person A. A person A is not going to go out of his way and ask people, "Bhai, please, mujhe business la ke do." But he's going to expect that his employees are going to go ahead and provide business to person A. That is what you mean by leadership commitment. Any difficulties till now, guys? Any doubts? Can I continue?
Yes, sir.
Okay. The next thing that you have is measuring success. So now, obviously, if you have an advocacy program in place, you need to have KPIs, and KPIs are things that people don't have at all. Okay, so again, when it comes to my goals, right now, I still have to acquire 3 more clients this year, as per my goals that I've set. So I'm looking at my KPIs to figure out the sources where I can get 3 more clients from. Every year, I have a target for a particular set of clients that I have to acquire in a particular year to be able to grow at an exponential rate. So I'm still yet to acquire 3 more. So I'm trying running ads, this, that. To be honest, I stopped running ads as I rightly mentioned, but today I need to surely start. The next thing that we have, guys, is budget, tools, and technology challenges and legal challenges. Okay, these are very self-explanatory. Uh, Employees sharing inappropriate content and a brand detractors hijacking our efforts. Okay. So what do you mean by employee sharing inappropriate content and brand detractors? Okay, so if you are doing an advocacy marketing, suppose there is company A and in company A, person B works. Okay, so if person B is sharing bad stuff about your company, saying that this is the best place to work at, this is an absolutely horrible company, then that becomes employee sharing inappropriate content. And when it comes to brand detractors or hijacking our efforts, so what happens over here is that even though you are a good brand at the end of the day, but some other competition brand has a better advocacy marketing program to you, and that is what you mean by brand detractors at the end of the day. That completes all of the challenges in general when it comes to brand advocacy. Okay, moving on to the next one, how to build a successful brand advocacy program. Okay, we're going to go ahead and do that, and then we're nearly done with this particular segment of the lecture. We will start customer lifetime value then. Okay, so how do we build a successful brand advocacy program? So the first one, obviously, you're looking at people speaking good things about you. How do you get people to speak good things about you? Is obviously if you communicate the benefits beforehand to them, build trust with them, create a sense of purpose. Like again, when it comes to my agency, I try to show them the bigger picture. I try to show them that we have to scale, grow, become big. We're all part of an agency of a whole. We all are working towards the end goal making a good agency, winning awards. That's what we're working towards. The next thing is define policy and train your advocates. So again, over here, as part of my advocacy marketing program, I was actually thinking, okay, so guys, with you all, I'll never have a lecture. Okay, I'll actually tell you all real sides of the business, brainstorming, spitballing. Like, never think of this as a basic, boring lecture. But again, suppose if I am saying train your advocates. So now, not all of my employees know how to run paid ads. Okay, but I have a paid ads lecture coming up next at 11:15 a.m. Okay, so now when I teach that lecture, if I get some of my employees also to join, right, that will be as good as training your advocates. So if they mention that at Ad Sharks Media trainings are happening quite often, they're teaching us new things irrespective, we're getting to learn so much. So then again, that works out in your favor because your advocates are learning and growing. As soon as people stop learning and growing, then the growth curve is absolutely done and dusted. The next thing that you have, guys, is obviously define goals, objectives, and policies. Create and distribute engaging internal content. Okay, so now if I'm running a company and I'm only making content, right? We saw the main issues, content challenges. Okay, because on my page, I go ahead and put content for my consumers. But what content am I making for my employees? Okay, so you have to, as a company owner, also focus on creating good content, engaging content to keep your employees engrossed as well. You have to go ahead and take that extra effort to make engaging content, internal content for people within your organization. Fifth one is reach the right audience, make it easy to find and share content. Spot and reward your best advocates. Okay, now this is something important because everyone wants to be gratified. Okay, मतलब अगर ये कोई बंदा अच्छे से काम कर रहा है, ये कर रहा है, वो कर रहा है, you have to reward them at the end of the day. Optimize based on data and insights, and that's about it. Let's talk about brand advocacy in marketing, in sales, and in HR. Okay, how do these things work out eventually? So now over here, what we're trying to say when it comes to marketing. Okay, so marketing and sales work in such a way that suppose I'm a marketing agency, right? How can I acquire more clients? Okay, is that if someone goes ahead and says that this is a good company to work with eventually, or if someone else, some other CEO, even though he's not working with me, he says that this company is good, right, will work out for me. My employees posting about my day-to-day culture on their LinkedIn is something that will help me acquire more clients. It'll help me acquire more good people working for my company at the end of the day. Okay. Now again, sales and marketing move very hand in hand. Okay. Here again, they're saying leads developed through employee social marketing convert 7 times more frequently than other leads. What does this mean? Okay, is that if I get a marketing lead into the system, okay, like suppose someone else says that Suraj Menghani's company is very good and you should go with them. Okay, now these guys come into the system and then I talk to them. Eventually I'm trying to convert the marketing into sales. Okay, so they're saying that the sales converts 7 times better if it is an advocacy marketing lead. Obviously the difference between sales and marketing is that your mass putting out your message to people, and sales is a one-on-one channel where you are converting the marketing lead that you've had. Okay, sales is always a one-on-one process, so hence sales and marketing is very hand in hand eventually. Okay. The only difference between sales and marketing is that you're mass broadcasting your advocacy messaging to people. Okay. But sales is that you are one-on-one putting your advocacy message to that one particular person. That is the difference between sales and marketing. Marketing is all my employees posting for me on their LinkedIn. And sales is that if suppose one person goes and tells another person that Suraj Menghani's company is good. Now, what happens in HR? In HR is that if I have an HR in my company and the HR is posting good stuff about her, about my company culture on her LinkedIn, then there is a good chance of me hiring better and better employees. That is what you mean by advocacy marketing in HR. It means acquiring better employees through advocacy marketing. Okay. See, it says 90% of employers say that they use social and professional networks such as LinkedIn to recruit talent. So if people are speaking good about you on glassdoor.com, on linkedin.com, then there is obviously a better chance to go ahead and get better talent to work for you. Okay, the last thing over here in this particular PPT is Cisco. Okay, Cisco क्या करता है? इस सिस्को का इंटरनल प्रोग्राम है जहाँ पे लोग का पॉडकास्ट वॉडकास्ट लिया जाता है, बट ओनली द टॉप एम्प्लॉयज का पॉडकास्ट लिया जाता है. Okay, only the top employees become the face of the company. So these guys literally gratify and tell them that bhai tu acha karega, so you can be the face of the company for a particular month. And why does it help the people to become the face of the company? If you become the face of a company like Cisco, even for a month, it can help you drastically in your next job, get a huge salary raise because you were proficient enough, you were good enough to become the face of the month, right? So these guys uh, created such a program where they got everyone to compete against each other to become the face of the company for a particular month. And these guys also who worked very hard to become the face of the company for a month are obviously not going to talk gibberish when they become the face, because they worked extremely hard in that month to become your advocate for the month. So obviously a person who's worked hard to become an advocate understands the value. Right now, all of you all are in college and you'll get pocket money. So it's tougher to understand the value of money. But when you grow up and you start earning on your own, then you realize how tough it is to earn money comparatively. So you're like, okay, oh my God, okay, this makes sense. So I value money more. The same thing, whatever things you'll have to work for, whatever things you'll don't get in your hand absolutely easily is something that you value more. And that is the entire zone, entire thought that Cisco has to get people into their advocacy marketing system. Is that clear, guys? Any doubts?
No, sir.
Okay, perfect. Let's move on to the next one. We'll conclude the lecture in half an hour. We're going to do customer lifetime value now.
Suraj sir,
हाँ बोलो.
are you getting any ads of Formula One Vegas GP?
No, I don't watch that at all, so I won't
Yeah,
get
I
those ads.
know, but
Yeah, yeah.
ever since Formula One announced that they are organizing a Grand Prix in Vegas,
Hmm.
so quite heavy promotions. From the start of the year,
Hmm.
they have been promoting the Vegas GP. Is
That's
there any?
because you have an interest in that particular segment, right?
No, no,
I
no, no,
mean,
no.
hmm.
The people who don't have interest, they are also getting ads. That's how heavily they are promoting. Like at
Okay.
least four, five of my friends told me.
Hmm. But they must have liked some race-based video for them to receive that ad. Like I
Sir,
don't engage
मोटर
with it at
स्पोर्ट से
all.
कुछ नाता ही
Hmm,
नहीं है उन
hmm,
लोग का.
hmm. But if you're interested in driving or you have a vehicle or if you like
Hmm.
a car ad, okay, as soon as you like a car ad, you're done and dusted.
Oh.
Okay, so I don't drive. Okay, I mean, I should be driving by now. I'm going to start. I'm going to learn. That's the gist that I told myself that I need to start learning to drive. But I don't drive at all. Since I don't drive, I don't engage with car-based content. Since I don't engage with car-based content, I don't get those ads. So that's
Understood.
the gist. Yeah.
That's how quick it was. I had no clue.
It's
Like,
everything is based on interest, right? Because on the back end, right, when you learn paid media, you know that everything is very, very specific and targeted to the audience who does that particular thing. So again, only if you have the interest, only if you consume that kind of content, will you get that kind of ads. So yes, if you engage in driving or anything related to a car, you are more likely to get those ads.
Understood.
Okay, let's start off, guys. The next thing that we have is customer lifetime value. Before we get started, can we have a couple of guesses as to what CLV is? What is CLV, guys? अंदाजे से तुक्का मारो, it's okay, no stress. I'm not judging anyone at all.
The value that we give to a customer for in return for our product.
Okay, fair enough. Anyone else? The question is, guys, what is customer lifetime value? Just any guesses. I want some guesses so that the session is more engaging and interactive.
Quality of the product.
Quality of the product. Okay, anyone else?
Experience also.
Experience. Okay. Okay. So guys, basically, thank you for represents the total net profit a company can expect to generate from a customer throughout their entire relationship. Okay, that sounds exact. I hope that's not Googled, but yes, you're absolutely on point. The total net profit a company can expect to generate from a customer through their entire relationship is exactly what customer lifetime value means. मतलब अगर सपोज मैं लेज बेच रहा हूँ, ओके, हर्ष मेरे से साल में 10 लेज खरीदता है. ओके, सो व्हाट आई एम सेइंग इज द लाइफ टाइम वैल्यू ऑफ हर्ष इज वो 10 रुपए का लेज खरीदता है, ओके, रोज मेरे से. ओके, सो हर्ष's lifetime value for me is 10 into 10, which is 100. ओके, अभी सपोज काव्या मेरे से रोज 20 रुपीज का लेस खरीदता है. ओके, और एक साल में काव्या ने मेरे से 20 लेस खरीदे हैं. सो काव्या's customer lifetime value becomes 20 into 20, 400 for me. That is the lifetime value that you are calculating. The number of years are there in the system, the average order value, and the number of orders is what is your customer lifetime value. You have to calculate all of these customer lifetime values so that you know which customer is more important and more essential to you, so you can service them better. Okay, this is what customer lifetime value means. कि एक भाई साहब है जो मेरे बिजनेस पे 1 लाख रुपया खर्चा कर रहा है, वो लोग को ज्यादा प्रायोरिटी दो. Same thing when it comes to my business. When it's my top paying client, I give them more priority compared to my bottom paying clients at the end of the day. Okay, so that is what the customer lifetime value means. Okay, now how do you determine customer lifetime value? So guys, when you look at customer lifetime value, there are a lot of different things that you have to see in general. Okay, you need a CAC, a marketing budget, and ROI. Let's start with these three. Okay, now why do you need a CAC, which is a customer acquisition cost, and why is it important? Okay, so suppose it's taking me a marketing budget of 200 rupees per person to acquire a person. Okay, like मेरे को 200 रुपए लग रहा है, ओके, एक बंदे को सिस्टम में लाने के लिए, फॉर हिम टू बिकम माई कस्टमर. ओके, अभी हर्ष का कस्टमर लाइफ टाइम वैल्यू था 100 रुपया. ओके, मेरे को पूरा साल में उसने 100 रुपए का बिजनेस दिया, बट काव्या ने मेरे को 400 रुपए का बिजनेस किया. बट दोनों हर्ष और काव्या को सिस्टम में लाने के लिए मेरे को 200 रुपए लगा. So now, does Harsh become a good customer, or does Kavya become a good customer? Can someone tell me? Okay, and I'll tell you one more. I'll tell you one more sample. Okay, सबको acquire करने के लिए 200 रुपए लगा, मीत, काव्या और हर्ष. ओके, मीत मेरे को 300 रुपए का बिजनेस दे रहा है, काव्या मेरे को 400 का दे रहा है, और हर्ष मुझे 100 रुपए का दे रहा है. Okay, so which out of these three are beneficial for me and why?
Kavya, because he has high price for the spent
So
on the product.
So you're in this scenario, why both Kavya and Meeta good? Because the cost for acquiring all three of them is 200 rupees. Okay, so whoever is above the 200 rupee threshold, whenever we go to 300 or 400 or whatever, like both of those are going to be good. So that is why you need to know the customer acquisition cost, because there is a cost to get every customer into the system. Okay, so that is why customer acquisition cost is one of the most important ones to determine the customer lifetime value. Because if your lifetime value is lesser than the customer acquisition cost, then you are in a big fix. Because it takes money to acquire customers eventually, whether you're running ads or whether you're running any kind of campaign, billboard या क्या भी है, आपको पैसे लगते हैं. And based on all of that, you figure out your customer acquisition cost, which is your first green circle over here. The second thing that you have is you also need your marketing budget. Okay, suppose आपका marketing budget है 5 लाख रुपया. Based on that, you can decide how many people you want to target to acquire at the end of the day. The next important statistic related to customer lifetime value is return on investment. Okay, so now guys, if I'm running ads, okay, 1 लाख रुपया का ad चला रहा हूँ तो एटलीस्ट मेरे को 6 लाख रुपया का बिजनेस चाहिए. Now I want to open this up to you all. Guys, what do you all think is a good return on investment on an Instagram business? Suppose मैं बेच रहा हूँ लेज या मैं बेच रहा हूँ कोई एफएमसीजी प्रोडक्ट और मैं एड चला रहा हूँ इंस्टाग्राम पे. ओके, तो मेरा आरओआई कितना होना चाहिए? सपोज मैंने 1 लाख रुपए डाला तो मुझे कितना कितना लाख का सेल होना चाहिए? ओपन टू ऑल. इंस्टाग्राम पे एड चला रहा हूँ, एफएमसीजी प्रोडक्ट्स बेच रहा हूँ, सपोज लेज बेच रहा हूँ या टूथपेस्ट बेच रहा हूँ या कुछ भी बेच रहा हूँ. मेरे को कितना प्रॉफिट होना चाहिए 1 लाख रुपया खर्चा करके? एनी गेसेस आर गुड, हाँ गाइस?
At least 5 times more because Instagram is a very large social channel.
ओके, एनीवन एल्स?
Around 5 lakhs.
Around 5 lakhs. So guys, you all are not wrong. Absolutely not wrong, because the ROI ratio on Instagram is 1:6. So 1 लाख रुपया खर्चा किया तो आपको एटलीस्ट 6 लाख रुपए का सेल मिलना चाहिए. बट ये पहले इंस्टाग्राम पे मिलता था, बट अभी इंस्टाग्राम एल्गोरिथम इज एब्सोल्युटली मेस्ड अप एंड देयर इज टू मच कंपटीशन. तो अगर आपने 1 लाख रुपया खर्चा किया फिर रनिंग अ गुड कैंपेन, आपको 3 लाख रुपए के सेल्स मिल सकते हैं. बट इफ यू डू इट वेरी वेल तो आपको 5 लाख 6 लाख भी मिल सकते हैं, बट दैट इज वेरी 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 रेयर. तो 1 लाख का 3 लाख is max what you can expect from Instagram at the end of the day. Okay, the next thing, so that becomes a 1:3, but like good campaigns still perform at a 1:5 and a 1:6 ROI. Okay, now the next thing that we have, guys, is long-term profit. Okay, so as of now, let's say that हर्ष मेरे से आज 100 रुपए का बिजनेस कर रहा है ये साल में. हर्ष का CLV आज 100 रुपए है. ओके, बट अगले साल में मैं कॉन्फिडेंट हूँ कि हर्ष जाके मेरे से 1,000 रुपए का बिजनेस करेगा. ओके, फिर उसके बाद हर्ष मेरे से 2,000 का बिजनेस करेगा. सो अगेन इफ यू लुक एट इट फ्रॉम अ लॉन्ग टर्म प्रॉफिट स्टैंड पॉइंट, हर्ष का अभी एक्विजिशन कॉस्ट और उसका वैल्यू अभी कम है, बट उसका वैल्यू फ्यूचर में ज्यादा होने वाला है. Okay, plus Harsh is also somebody who's gonna be retained in my company. Okay, so I also have to spend money to retain customers. Okay, and which companies are spending money for retention is absolutely each and every one of them. Why do you guys think Coca-Cola has billboards? Why do you think Coca-Cola is running ads? Okay, guys, literally everyone in this country drinks Coca-Cola. ओके, दे डोंट नीड टू रन एड्स एट ऑल. अगर किसी ने एड्स कोका कोला का रन करना बंद कर दिया तो कोई भी कोका कोला पीना बंद नहीं करेगा. But Coca-Cola has to run those ads so that it can retain customers. Okay, so it's not like a marketing budget to acquire new people. but it is actually a customer retention cost that you have. Swiggy, Zomato, all of them keep running ads to retain their customers because 90% of your business comes from retained customers and not new customers. This is something that you guys have to keep in your head. So your already existing people are always going to give you more business. If you have a hair salon at the end of the day, you get all your money from people who know you and keep coming back to you. You don't get more money from a salon if you are trying to acquire new and new customers. Obviously, you should try that, but the maximum money comes from retaining the customers that you already have. Okay, and your last two things are individual customer profit and customer valuation. These are your pointers that you have. I didn't explain the last two because you all have already gotten it by now. We've gone through each and every pointer in detail. Okay, we figure out CLV to determine an acceptable cost of acquisition and where to put marketing effort. Second is to determine how to treat customers of different values and to understand and predict future values of customers and potential customers. I told you all that Harsh's CLV right now is 100, but I'm predicting that the CLV of Harsh in the next 2 years is going to be 1,000 and 2,000, right? Plus it mentioned that Kavya right now has the highest CLV. Okay, so then we will treat Kavya way better than the others because Kavya has the best CLV. And the thing is that right now we understood that the cost of acquisition is 100 or 200 rupees, which is way too high because Harsh's CLV right now was 100. So we should look at keeping our CAC, which is cost of acquisition, maximum at 100 rupees. Otherwise, we are going in a loss-making business. That is why you go ahead and understand CLV. I hope the actual real life some example helped you all out understand better. Did it?
Yes, sir, understood.
Okay, awesome. Again, this particular slide is talking about insurance. Guys, never get overwhelmed by the slide. You'll never have to read it. You'll just have to listen to what I'm saying. Okay. Never focus on the text. So basically, the slide is trying to say that insurance companies also what they do is whoever pays a higher premium is the person who gets the maximum number of service, is what they're trying to say. The CLV of that particular person is the highest. Okay. Now, how do you go ahead and figure out the CLV for a particular customer? Okay, so now what are we doing? Eventually, at the end of the day, we're identifying the touch points where the customer creates value. Okay, now what are the touch points where the customer creates value? Okay, suppose you are buying from a kirane ka dukan. Okay, you are buying from Amazon. You are buying from a fair. You're buying from where else can you buy things from? Tapri. You are buying from where else can you buy things from? Supermart. The product, the brand website. You are ordering from, yeah, I think that's it. Some other e-commerce website like a store. Where else can you purchase products from? I think that does it for me. And a mall. Okay. So again, you identify the different touch points where the customer creates the value. You have to figure out every different location that he or she is engaging with your brand. Then you integrate records to create the customer journey. Now, what does this mean? What do you mean by integrate records to create the customer journey? Now, what are you looking at when you're looking at lifetime value is that these guys are saying that you are not only creating value when you create a sale for me. Okay, they're saying that to calculate your lifetime value, we also have to see your journey. Now, what do you mean by a consumer journey at the end of the day? Okay, is that let's assume that we're talking about the brand Nike. Okay, now I'm going to open it up to all of you all. You all tell me what is the consumer journey of a brand Nike in your lives? Okay, I'll start it out for you. I wake up in the morning and I see my phone. When I see my phone, I see Nike on Reels. Okay. The next thing that I immediately do is that I wear my Nike shoes and I go to the gym. Okay. When I'm lifting at the gym, I see other people wearing Nike shoes, Nike clothes, Nike shorts. Then I leave from the gym. Then where do I see Nike, guys? Where am I interacting with Nike? How am I interacting with Nike? Can you all tell me? Continue my journey from here. I woke up in the morning, I brushed my teeth, I saw my phone, I saw Nike. I went to the gym, I wore
By
my
seeing
shoes,
ad in billboard on billboard.
ad and billboard. Perfect. Then what are you doing? You're going home and then you're going to college. Then where are you interacting with Nike? Come on, guys, tell me where you interacting with Nike. You're going to the station, वहाँ पे you see a poster. Then in train you see people wearing Nike shoes. Then what else? What happened next? How are you interacting with Nike again? You go to your college. Okay, you speak to your friends. They're like, "Bhai, मेरे को ये Nike
Favorite
जूता खरीदना है."
influencer collaborated with
Favorite
Nike.
influencer collaborated with Nike. आपका अब दोस्त बोल रहा है, भाई मुझे नाइकी के जूते खरीदने हैं. ओके, फिर आप लेक्चर में जाते हो. लेक्चर में प्रोफेसर नाइकी का एग्जाम्पल देता है या मैम नाइकी का एग्जाम्पल देती है. Then you get out of there, then you go ahead and go to your Nike app and check if there are any new shoes or products that are available. Then you get out of college, you see a billboard again. You come back home, you remove your Nike shoes, and then you get a Nike ad on Instagram overall. So these are the different touch points that they all have as part of a consumer for a brand. So all of this is put together when you calculate a customer lifetime value. It says integrate records to create the customer journey. This is exactly what you mean by creating a customer journey. And then the last thing is measure revenue at each and every touch point that you are generating for the brand. Add together over the lifetime of that customer. This is how you do customer lifetime value. But again, when we are doing sums for customer lifetime value, the calculation and the formula is a little bit more simpler. Calculating customer lifetime value is a very complicated process, but we tend to simple it down with this very simple formula that we have. That is exactly how I taught you all. I told you all that Harsh is buying 10 rupees ka chips from me. That makes his order average value 10 rupees. He bought it 10 times from me, which is purchase frequency. And his average customer lifetime was 1 year. So my customer lifetime value for Harsh became 100. Okay, Kavya was purchasing 20 rupees packets from me. So average order value became 20. He purchased from me 20 times and he stayed with me for 1 year. So Kavya's value became 400. Okay, let's assume that Meet also purchased from me 20 rupees packets. Okay, 15 times for 1 year. So that makes his customer lifetime value as 300, which is 20 into 15 into 1. This is a very simple formula that you utilize for customer lifetime value. I think you guys are going to have a small little MCQ examination also before you'll get your certificate. So again, there is one sum or two sums in there which talk about customer lifetime value. So again, when you'll see the sum also, it's very simple. Okay, it's average order value into purchase frequency into average customer lifetime at the end of the day. Very simple sums. You all can easily get those marks at the end of the day. Is everyone clear till here?
Yes, sir.
Okay. What's the time?
So 11:03.
11:03. Okay. Okay, let me skim through this but then. We'll end over here. Okay. So the first thing, how do you improve customer lifetime value? Number one, invest in customer experience. Number two, ensure that your onboarding process is seamless. Now, what does this mean is that if I want to retain Harsh, Meet, Kavya, all of y'all, Roshni to be like my students till the end, Okay, so what I did for y'all guys, what happened in the first lecture with me? Can you all tell me?
So we played a game.
And then what?
उसमें the prize was the donuts.
Correct. So what did I do?
You कैसे समझाओ यार? How do I put it
You
into
left a
words?
great impression on us.
On
Same.
the first day, right? So I made the onboarding process seamless. So you all want to attend more lectures at the end of the day. Right now, this is something that I don't get paid for at all. Okay, the donut money comes out of my own pocket. The company, this, that doesn't pay anything for it. The people who hired me. Okay, so this is my own initiative to make my onboarding process more seamless. Okay, so that you leave a better impression on people. If I go ahead and try to teach you all in the same basic way, right, then there's nothing that differentiates me from other teachers. So that is why I make sure that my onboarding process is seamless. But this is how branding works, guys. This is how you'll have to build a brand. Like even I am not like a hypocrite who's teaching you all so many things and implementing absolutely nothing. I am actually a person who's teaching you all and implementing all of it at the same time. This is what I want from all of you all. Okay, y'all are learning all of these lessons. I don't want you all to just study for the exam, make a PPT for the sake of it. I actually want you all to learn from branding, because if you all learn branding, you all can actually improve your life, because branding is nothing but creating a person. That's it. A person who is likable. If you go ahead and incorporate those traits in yourself, then it will help all of you all also become 10 times more likable, become more successful. That is what you all should do with the help of branding. Try to incorporate it in your life as much as possible. Moving on, guys. Start a loyalty program. Okay, so what do you mean by a loyalty program? Is that suppose if I had to start a loyalty program, okay, is that whoever comes to the lecture gets 10 points. Okay, every time you come to the lecture, you get 10 points, and that can be redeemable for something or the other towards the end. Or if I had a loyalty program, I would be like whoever answers a question in my lecture gets 10 points, which is redeemable towards something at the end of the day, which, if I think about it right now, seems to be a very good idea. Maybe something that I could implement in the near future with coming batches. The next thing is recognize and reward your best customers. Okay, so if your final customers who are engaging with your content, who are giving you a good reaction, so you should always go ahead and give them the attention that, you should like reciprocate in some way or the other, right? When brands are extremely arrogant at the end of the day, where they are not rewarding their best customers, or they're acting like they're better than the people at the end of the day, then that is something that doesn't work out. Okay, so I mean, you have to somehow or the other give back to your best customers at the end of the day. The next thing that we have is omni-channel support. This is very obvious. If you look at the diagram, it explains it to you: website, email, Google reviews, social media. Be present everywhere. Remember the power of social media. And lastly, close the loop with unhappy customers. So what do you mean by close the loop with unhappy customers? If someone's saying that, bro, your service is shit or your products are shit, and they comment on your Instagram, and you leave that open, if you don't reply to them saying that, hey buddy, what's your order value, please, order number, please tell us, we'll help you out, come to the DMs, we'll solve your issue. Then you go to the DMs, you open the loop over there, you solve that person's issue, finish A to Z with them, is called as closing the loop with unhappy customers. Only if you close the loop with unhappy customers will your CLV increase for not only that customer, but for every customer at the end of the day. Okay, so again, this is a life hack stating the fact that the unhappy customers are the customers with the highest CLV. So unhappy customers who get serviced really well are actually the customers with the highest customer lifetime value. So if Harsh didn't like anything, he comes and tells me, and then I actually consider Harsh's advice to improve that particular thing, then Harsh is gonna be a lifetime customer. He's gonna be a customer who's gonna want to stay with me for longer, because I actually understood him, took his feedback, and implemented to the T. So again, they say that unhappy customers who are serviced well are actually your customers with your highest customer lifetime value. at the end of the day. That being said and done, guys, thank you guys. Thank you all. Thank you for coming in to today's lecture. We are going to conclude it today. We're going to start again from like Tuesday, probably end it by next Thursday, Friday. I've given you all extra ample of time to start working on your assignments. Please pick your partner today only. The projects are going to be in groups of 2. Okay. I will send you all the Excel sheet today. I will tell Hirar ma'am to send it to you all today only. So you all can start working on it. Pick your partner. Choose a brand. First come, first serve. No two people can choose Kit Kat, or no two people can choose Nickelodeon or McDonald's or whatever. Also, a quick tip for you all is choose a brand that is not doing so well on Instagram, so that it's easier for you all to rebrand that entire brand and create a better identity for yourself, rather than choosing brands like McDonald's, Swiggy, and Zomato that are already doing well, because it's going to be tougher to rebrand brands that are already excellent in the market. Having said and done, thank you guys. I am going to be on this call for you all to mark your attendance. I'm also here on this call for 5 minutes to solve your doubts. Other than that, I will see you all on Tuesday morning, 9 a.m. Okay, guys, someone asked me in the comments, how do we have to do the assignment? Buddy, I think you should take a recording of this call. In the start of the call, we explained everything regarding the assignment. We discussed A to Z. So please, वो ले लेना recording Hiral ma'am से. Hiral ma'am will give you the recording of this lecture. You can, go through it and understand everything about the assignment. हाँ, बस रिकॉर्डिंग ले लो हीरल मैम से, आप सब समझ जाओगे लेक्चर का. ओके.
Bye, sir. Thank you.
बाय गाइस, थैंक यू.
सर
हाँ बोलो.
सर आप नोट सेंड करोगे फिर से एक बार?
मैं सारे पीपीटीज भेज दूंगा और सारे लेक्चर के रिकॉर्डिंग्स आप हीरल मैम से ले सकते हो.
ओके, थैंक यू सो मच सर.
थैंक यू.